YouTube? F-Man Critic back, and, well, it's no secret that I love Lego, you know? So, 10 years ago, a movie was made. A movie called, well, you guessed it, the Lego Movie. Yeah, 10 years ago, a movie starring Chris Pratt playing as a construction worker. And, you know, he goes on a crazy-ass adventure learning about that the reality that he lives in isn't really true, and therefore he has to become like he has to go for like some kind of crazy training to become some kind of master matrix. Anyway, so this movie starts off really cool with like a castle sequence and a cool wizard played by Morgan Freeman and ready to fight. Some dude that looks like a tie called Lord Business enters, and you know he's ready to fight. And well, here's the first fight of the movie. It's gonna be big. Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah, apparently he shoots a laser in his face, and apparently that makes Vitruvius blind. And apparently he talks about this prophecy, and apparently like how this special one will, you know, take the piece of resistance that will disarm the Craggle, and that's the weapon that Vitruvius takes. Anyway, 8.5 years later, we meet our main character, Emmett, voiced by Chris Pratt. He's just a regular dude who does his regular thing, and his job is a construction worker. But one day, he, you know, sees a girl doing something weird, but then he gets caught up into the whole thing, and then he touches this giant piece thing, and then we go through this weird vision thing that just looks like the writer, that looks like the animators just took like just smoked some weed or something, and or licked one of those drugs frogs, whatever. So Emmett wakes up, getting strapped to a chair, being yelled at by a dude, and then later on, Bad Cop explains how, you know, President Business is going to use the Craggle to destroy the world, and apparently, Lord Business, the dude who stole this Craggle, is apparently President Business. Apparently his deal is, apparently the whole worlds that they lived in, you know, apparently they used to be all, you know, united, and they used to build stuff and stuff, but President Business was confused about the whole thing, and due to the fact he's OCD like that, so he built walls and, you know, prevented master builders for, you know, building what they please, you know? And so he's trying to use the Craggle to, like, stop all master builders so he can make the world perfect. And let's be honest here, he doesn't want things to be perfect. He just hates things the way they are. Technically, that's not true, because we'll get to that later. Anyway, the girl that Emmett saw called Wild Style, and apparently people mistaken her for a DJ. Why do people think that name's... I mean, apparently Wild Style is actually the name of an actual DJ, but to me it sounds more like a dancer than a DJ, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, you know, they escape together, and apparently Big Shock, apparently she's like the love interest of the movie, even though she states she already has a boyfriend. So, you know... Anyway, they meet up with Vitruvius, now looking weird as hell, all hippie and stuff. And, you know, they manage to get more trouble up their asses, and, you know, looks like they're about to be screwed, but someone swoops in and saves the day. Voiced by Will Arnett himself.
Relax, everybody, I'm here. Batman!
Holy shit, Batman's in this movie! And apparently he's Wild Style's boyfriend. And, anyway, they manage to go to a crazy kingdom, but up in that crazy kingdom in the clouds is a place called Cloud Cuckoo Land, where they meet up. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite character, Unikitty. Anyway, they just, they prepare that Emmett's gonna do a speech with some very interesting cameos.
Calm yourself. Green Ninja, Millhouse, Nice Vampire, Michelangelo, and Cleopatra.
Anyway, and then, like, you know, he tries to do, like, this whole speech thing, but he gets speech blocked by a giant bot pirate named Metalbeard, who apparently, you know, he tried to sneak into that office, but that's the reason why he's just ahead. So, you know, apparently all the bad guys come, because apparently Emmett had a tracker on him, and apparently, you know, the place gets blown up, Cloud Cuckoo Land, even Superman gets stopped. I guess the stuff that he's in is kryptonite gum. Anyway, you know, they cause mayhem, but Then we meet up with another character named Benny, and, his character trait is that he likes to build spaceships. Anyway, they decide to build a submarine, and apparently, even though after when they get into the submarine, it starts breaking and stuff. Why? I don't know. Even to this day, I'm still confused. I mean, Emmett did warn them that they can't have all of it at once, so there are limits to when they build and stuff, I guess. Whatever. Metalbeard Ex Machina swoops in and saves them, and then, Emmett is given one more shot to, speech them up, and he does, And there's this scene in the movie where, this is basically just an attempt for, Emmett to get close with Lucy, to, try to be all, I don't know, but really, there's this scene in the movie,
Maybe we could find one.
What do you think? A spaceship is just gonna appear out of the blue? Are you kidding me?
Seriously, they stated they needed a hard drive to complete their ship thing that they're gonna use to sneak into the building, right? And, Star Wars, apparently, let's be honest here, this was just an excuse to product placement the Millennium Falcon, really. I mean, the only thing that had purpose behind it was the whole, Emmett trying to comfort Wildstyle when Batman is pissed off, Oh, but I'm not gonna lie, when Batman comes back, and he's all all of them were dudes and stuff like that, and he has the hard drive from them. I'm not gonna lie, this part kind of got a crack out of me.
Come on, Chewie, hit the hyperdrive!
Nah, they'll be fine.
Anyway, they managed to sneak into the building, they managed to, get close, and I'm not gonna lie, I do like this disguise that Emmett and Wildstyle is using. And then, after when they avoid the robot army, they get a little close to each other. Apparently, Wildstyle's real name is Lucy. And even, there's this constant thing throughout the movie when they're about to hold hands, but apparently they get hold hand blocked. And, eventually they get caught by the bad guys, and then, Vitruvius, he dies from a very brutal way, I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, he tells Emmett that the prophecy was all made up and he died. And then Lord Business, he's basically just taunting them all and about to leave them all to die, and he's about to rain his terror and stuff like that. But then the ghost of Vitruvius comes in telling him that the reason he made up the prophecy was just to, I don't know, give someone a confidence boost or something like that, because they have to believe in order to, Anyway, finding out that everyone in that room is going to die, Emmett, strapped to the power thing, he rolls out of the window and he basically sacrificed himself so everyone can live. Real hero move. And, Lucy, she steps in, makes a speech to rile everyone up, and then, that's what she does. In other words, it's just more excuse for the movie to show you more toys, really. Anyway, Bad Cop appears. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention there was a scene in the movie where apparently, according to the lore of this movie, apparently all bad cops must have a good cop, meaning that they have a second face attached to the back of their heads. And there's a scene where Lord Business rubs it off because his good cop was too soft or something. It was kind of brutal. That's why I didn't want to show it, but still. I'm just saying, this movie is dark. There's dark because it has a lot of dark in the background, but it can also be dark sometimes. I just showed you, Vitruvius getting decapitated, Although there's no blood, yes, it's still freaking dark. Anyway, he managed to script himself a new face, and, Benny got to do what he wants to do, build a spaceship, and get the hell out of there. And Emmett, he transfers into our world, the real world, and apparently, the person who's been pulling all the strings was sort of this little boy. Apparently, he's been creating the story, and apparently the real one who's been pulling all the real strings with the whole Craggle and the whole, trying to make everything perfect and stuff like that was the human version of Lord Business. Basically, the dude who plays Lord Business in real life, but at the same time, him. All I'm saying is, he gets a little mad at his son Finn for, putting, things out of place, and, he pulls out a drawer full of Kraggles, in this case, super glue. apparently Craggle this whole time was just super glue with the words scratched out on it. And apparently, like, because he's OCD like that, you know, he just glues everything into place to make it all perfect, you know? Because he has to make everything organized and stuff like that. You know, he rips all of his son's little toy Lego things that he created and puts them back to normal. But, you know, Emmett, you know, following, like, some creepy, like, this scene is just weird, dudes. Anyway, after going through that, seriously, what the hell was that? He, like, moved around and stuff. How the hell did he do that? Apparently, Finn managed to get him back, give him the piece of resistance, or in this case, the lid to the crazy glue, and sends him back to his world. And like the Matrix, he knows how to do. He knows what he can do now and stuff like that. And then he becomes a master builder himself, of, you know, saving his friends and confronting Lord Business. And honestly, this scene's actually really good. Like, he tries to convince them that he is also special too, and everyone else is special. Like, he tries to talk him down about, like, although what he sees is a mess, really, it's just everyone being talented and putting, like, Lego to its use. I'm just saying. Like, and it's kind of sweet. Like, the dad, he, like understands what his son is coming from, and then, like, he understands that, you know, President Business is, like, the bad guy, and in this case, him, and he realizes, look all the cool stuff that his son has built, you know? Oh, and so, like, through this really sweet scene, like, President Business and, you know, the real-life President Business, they hug. The real-life President Business hugs his son, and President Business just hugs Emmett. And, like he, you know, puts the piece of resistance back onto the Craggle, and then, you know, things have stopped, you know? Oh, anyway, and, you know, Lucy and Emmett get reunited, and then, like, Batman, he's all confused, like, why the hell is his girlfriend, like, you know, like, apparently they decide to, like, break up, well, like, in a friendly sort of way, like, being like, he's the one you deserve, when really it's just an excuse to give Emmett a girlfriend, and you know, things end peacefully. He says that now that he's letting Finn come down and play, he's gonna let his sister calm down and play. Apparently, his sister's a toddler because she's playing with Duplos. And apparently those aliens are going to say, we are here to destroy you. And basically just setting up the sequel. And, you know, that's the Lego movie. And I gotta say, I still liked it. Like, although a lot of people praise the hell out of this movie, they praise it a lot. Even I praised it when it first came out. But nowadays, when I'm older, I'm just like, don't get me wrong, it's still a good movie. Hell, it's the reason why I love Lego and why I got into stop motion. Although this movie isn't stop motion, it was computer animated, although they made it look like it was stop motion, which I'm not gonna lie was kind of cool. Hell, I heard the credits for stop motion. So, you know, but I'm just saying, if I'm being honest, like, the movie, like, it follows a few things, like The Matrix, it's basically kind of like The Matrix in a way, you know? And it's mostly just there to sell toys to kids, you know? But I gotta say, I still loved it. I mean, it's a classic of mine, you know? I mean, I still loved it, but if I'm being honest, like, I don't hate it, okay? I still love it, and it deserves the praise it got, you know? Oh, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's still good, it's still fun, and I still loved it. Yeah, go check it out, even if this movie is basically asking you to buy its products. Anyway, 10 years later, it's still a good movie. Anyway, this is the F-Man Critic telling you to like, subscribe, hit notification. See you guys next time. And 10 years since this movie. God damn.